Hi, my name is Awesome Bratz, and I'm going to go over how human performance and physics correlate to one another. Physics is used in daily life, and the majority of people don't understand what physics is or take the time to acknowledge it and appreciate it. Throughout this presentation, we're going to break down the physics and the human body and how we can increase its performance through different physics principles. The human body is a very fascinating machine that uses physics principles every second of every day. The human body works and operates off of one physics principle called thermodynamics. Our body takes in food and digests it. While it is digesting, food breaks down and creates energy through these different molecules and atoms. Without food in our lives, our bodies would not be able to walk or move because the chemical reactions that happen all day long are now seen and we don't think about them or use them with our conscious mind. When our body is breaking down food through thermodynamics, we don't just use the food only to move our body. We use this to repair tissues, fuel the brain, and keep making electromagnetic connections to help our immune system or regulate hormones. There are millions of thermodynamic reactions that happen in our bodies, and some we have not even discovered through science yet. Another key principle is creating greater performance with our bodies is mass and energy. A lot of Olympic athletes use strength training as a form of training to increase the muscle strength and size. How this works is a person wants to lift a 100-pound weight, they have to create that force using their muscles, that equal force using their muscles in order to move that weight. The energy is then transferred through the weight, and the result, the weight moves itself. With us having to create this energy through mass without nothing other than just our muscles, we need energy stores or food stores to create through the thermodynamics to create energy to activate the amount of force required to move the 100-pound mass or weight. We will not be able to do this over and over and over again because we will run out of energy. The fascinating part about the human body is through this action we are making our body stronger. We will eat and our bodies use that food to repair muscle and allows us to grow stronger. The next time we need to use it, by activating muscles over and over, we create the small micro tears in our muscles that cause muscle soreness in the next morning after the workout. When we sleep, our body goes to work using food and nutrients that we ate throughout the day prior to repairing tissues to make them stronger for tomorrow. This process is repeated over and over and result in more energy to move more mass. Mass will move more mass because it will create a greater force. The methods that have been tested over and over again in laboratories and controlled studies, scientists have also studied other principles such as gravity, momentum, quantum mechanics, relativity, and more. These physicists have studied these physicists have studied these differences and how they are beneficial to increase human performance by lifting weights for low reps or lifting weights for high reps. This is all relative to an individual who is in the study. Previous experiences in this recorded body shape and size of various tests and performed to study your performance. Throughout the double-blind study, we are able to track and creating greater performance in a human when it comes to being able to move more mass. The method of lifting more weight with less reps wins because we are stimulating our body to fire more contractions to create more force for a shorter period of time. The less weight showed that a person was able to move weight longer and farther, creating more force at an equal rate for a longer period of time. This shows us that what we expose our bodies to will adapt to the environment surrounding us and set us up for a greater chance of success. Classic principles play a key role in human performance, such as gravity and action and reaction. The force of gravity increases the requirement of human performance and strength of our muscles and skeleton structure. We increase the strength of human body through weight training. We'll now break down into gravity and action reaction. When going through the gym to work out, you're constantly under the weight of gravity pushing you down to Earth's surface. The force is always pressing against our bodies because the size of Earth and mass has to create the force to press down onto us. The Earth is in orbit and traveling at velocity to stay in orbit around the Sun. It is not going to slow down to the point of getting dragged into the Sun's gravitational pull. We are moving at the right speed to keep us in orbit. If we weren't to move to create an action, would the orbit and the sun force to act upon us or slow us down? We have an atmospheric drag that is on us to keep us slowing down. This force wears our bodies down. We have to refuel and in order to keep velocity and move forward. The reason for this, we get tired when we run. It would be run further if it wasn't for gravity and atmospheric drag. The other classic principle in human performance is action and reaction, very similar to mass and energy. A force is created upon an object that transferred object and back to the object creating that force. This is similar to throwing a disc out of the Olympic Games. A person using their body and arms to create a force and transfer through the disc to fly through the air. This disc has the energy traveling through it and flies through the air. The gravity and the atmospheric drag on the disc causes it to fall to the ground. How far the disc flies depends on the mass of the disc and how much energy we transfer through the disc. This action from the arm into the disc is causing the reaction of our arm muscle to break down and get sore because the disc energy is transferred back into the arm the same amount that is transferred through the disc. Light travels through the air as waves that our bodies can create, that our bodies can pick up and see. This is only the form of electromagnetic energy we can see. Even though we can't see all light, it exists in the world. X-rays, radios, television, light bulbs have all electromagnetic waves travel at the speed of light. How this can increase human performance in our bodies, creating chemical reactions through absorption of these certain light waves from the sun, waves that through our skin into our organs and under tissues. Our bodies create a hormone that produces vitamin D, which is an essential vitamin for our gene makeup, hormone balance, and mood. Without light, our bodies would not be able to regulate certain hormones to create life or energy. This is the most crucial thing in human life. Without there would be no life. Physics has created a lot of good inventions that have helped the growth of human performance. There are more tools and pieces of equipment today than ever before. Same principles apply to the new machines. They take physics to the next level to improve upon old methods. Newton and Einstein and all their other theories and principles were the foundation and building blocks of today's breakthroughs of physics. For example, these great inventions, some would be such as the treadmill, condensed rubber plates, rubber weights, resistance bands, rowing machines, jump ropes, and many more. These tools and inventions allow us to amplify human performance in treadmills and allow us to run for miles without having to leave our homes anymore. Today, there are self-propelled treadmills that require us to create a force and energy needed to move the belt and platform. The more energy produced, the faster the belt turns, the faster you move. These tools have opened up doors to endless possibilities and potentials for humans to become better and better than they were before. Quantum mechanics and human performance can break down into a million different ways and ideas. There is one we are going to look into is the human brain. The human brain needs energy to create electromagnetic waves that transport information to the rest of the body. This electromagnetic currency is used to move our muscles, beat our heart, or grow hair on our bodies. The human brain also is responsible for all human thoughts and decisions. We would not be as sophisticated as we are without our brains. The human brains use neurotransmitters to transmit these electromagnetic messages throughout the body. We can use them to study different molecules and matter and how they interact. It has shown that if a nerve dies in the body, we can't grow it back, as part of our body will shut down from that for a result. For example, if a nerve ending dies in our arms, we will lose feeling to our fingers and all the rest of our arm. The connection to our brain is shut off and will not transport that message anymore. Having these different molecules interact allow our bodies to unify and work as a whole. Studies have shown that eating different foods increases the electromagnetic currency in our body, allowing our brains to transform messages faster and more efficiently. After a whole day, our brains get run down and need to recharge. That is depleting during the day. We just have to unlock functions of how physics affect the human brain and performance and the overall well-being. Experimenting and failing will be the only way a human will learn more about themselves and allow us to become the best capable human we can be.